Hello everyone, it's Marie and welcome to the beautiful sunny mountains of South Spain, Granada. I hope you're having an amazing day. So today I'm filming a really exciting video that I've been looking forward to doing for so long, and it's a collaboration with Mackenzie. If you haven't seen Mackenzie's channel, I will link her in the description below and also at the end of this video. I'm so excited to be doing this collaboration with Mackenzie right now because honestly she is one of my favourite people to watch on YouTube right now. I go to her channel every time I just want to kind of rejuvenate, watch a video that will inspire me or motivate me to work harder. She makes so many videos about lots of different things like travel, well-being, health, all that kinds of stuff. Her channel to me is just a big breath of fresh air. It's really relaxing and just such a lovely channel to go to. So thank you Mackenzie for collaborating with me, and now I'm just going to get into the video. So in this collaboration we're both talking about our favourite apps that we use while travelling that just make our life more easier or that are just more convenient, and both our lists are totally different. So once you've seen all these travel app ideas, definitely go across and watch her video that she filmed today as well, and hopefully you'll get an idea of what kind of apps you might want to download to help you while you're travelling. So the first app on my list is GoEuro. The great thing about GoEuro is it gives you all the options: bus, train and flight. I just think it's so convenient to have one app that will literally give you every single option available. If I am just trying to book a last minute trip and I don't have time to compare flights, trains, bus, see what's the quickest, I can just do it all on my phone and it will literally give me all the options. So let's just pretend, for example, I was going from Granada to Madrid on the 18th of August. Immediately this tells me that the coach is the cheapest option. It gives you all the times of the coaches and you can even book it through the app. Me and Andy are travelling around Europe right now, so this app has just really made our life easier in so many ways. So I definitely recommend you go check that out if you are travelling around Europe. So the second app on my list is Rome to Rio. It's either Rome to Rio or Rome to Rio. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but either way, this is a really good app once again for travel. It's very similar to GoEuro. This gives you all the details. So this tells you how you can get from the city centre to the airport, what flight you need to take to get to the city you're trying to go to, and then what bus or train or whatever you'll need to take from the airport to get to the city centre. So it really does give you the finer details. You don't have to stress so much about the little details because it's all here for you. So let's pretend I'm going from Granada to Paris. It's given me 10 travel options. It's told me I can fly, I can go bus and fly, what bus I'll need to get from Granada city centre to the airport, how long it'll take, how much it'll cost. It gives you accommodation options and car hire options. So in my opinion, this is just one of the best apps you can use. If there is something on my phone, I like it to be there for convenience. I like it to make my life easier, to save me some time and stress. So for me, that's just the perfect example of a travel app. It makes life so much easier when traveling from place to place. So the third app on my list is called Citymapper. Now this is kind of like Google Maps, and don't get me wrong, I do use Google Maps quite regularly when I travel, but I just think Citymapper is a bit more detailed and it's a bit better for the traveller who doesn't really know the city. You can literally click on the bus option and it will tell you where all the different buses are around the area. You can click on the metro option and it will tell you all the different metro stations around you. I just think that Citymapper has so many other options on it that Google Maps doesn't offer. It even gives you the option of tracking calories, even how much money you've saved by, say, walking somewhere or taking the bike instead of taking the bus or something. You can download offline maps. You can also download things like metro maps. So say if you're in London, you can download the London Underground map. I just find that it's a bit more helpful than Google Maps in terms of just finding things like buses, trains, bike stations, metro stations, that kind of stuff. So Citymapper is definitely one that I would recommend you download if you're travelling. So the next app on my list is a language app, and this is called Phrasebook. I think that Phrasebook is really good if you're in a new country for just a few days and you don't really have time to learn the language in a bit more detail. It's a really good way to just know general phrases, things you'll need to know in an emergency, just basic things that you don't really have the time to learn in your head. You just have it all here on an app. So let's say, for example, I'm in an emergency. I'm on the app right now and you just click on the emergency option and it will literally tell me exactly what to say.
Socorro.
It tells me how to ask for help. This is in Spanish, by the way. If I need to say thief,
Ladrón.
or if I want to say call an ambulance.
Llame a una ambulancia.
So I could literally learn how to say this, or I could even just hold my phone up to someone and then they would know what I'm saying. I've been here in Spain for over a week now and this has come in handy so many times. It's a really good app and I would highly recommend it. The next app is another language app, and I'm sure you've already heard of it, but I thought it was still worth putting in there, and it is a Duolingo. So right now I am very determined to try and learn Spanish on a very comfortable, if not fluent level. I'm trying my absolute hardest and to learn it, and I found that I have learnt so much since being here in Spain just from using the app Duolingo. Duolingo is a free app, you don't have to pay for it at all. You can choose to pay if you want to take to take away adverts, but it's absolutely free and you can learn so many different courses on there. I don't know a language that isn't on there. It has so many languages, so many courses, and they're really thorough and in-depth. It's not like just learning a few phrases like on some apps. It really goes into detail and you can learn a lot on there. I've only been in Spain for about 10 days now and I've already learnt a lot of Spanish on this app. In fact, this morning I took the dog out for a walk and another dog came up to play with her, and the other dog's owner started talking to me in Spanish. And for the first time in my life, I've been able to understand somebody who spoke to me in another language. And I've only been using this app for about 2 weeks now. And I was absolutely shocked that I was able to understand her. I mean, I was not able to understand everything she was saying. I couldn't speak to her on a fluent level, but I could pick out words. I could pick out her saying, oh, she's playing, or is it a boy or a girl? I was able to respond saying, yes, she's a girl. I was able to very basically have a very simple conversation. The woman obviously knew I wasn't Spanish, but I was able to have a very, very, very minor conversation, and that was just amazing to me. In my life, I've never been able to do that, and I owe it all to the app Duolingo completely. So that's all I'm really going to say about this app. It's just brilliant. It teaches you really good language courses. It's totally free and I highly recommend it. So the next app on my list is not really a travel related app. It's more of a personal app, but I still wanted to include it on here because, as you know, I travel full time. So my lifestyle and travel really do merge together, and I think it's really important to have an app like this while travelling. I'm sure you've heard of it before, but it's the app Clue. It's a period tracking app, so if you're a guy, I'm really sorry, this probably won't interest you. But if it does interest you, then that's good, because I think it's always good to learn about these things anyway. It's basically just an app that tracks your menstrual cycle. It's really important to me because I'm always jumping around everywhere. I don't really have a schedule in any part of my life right now. I don't even know what day it is half the time these days. You know, when you're traveling, you're doing so many different things, everything's changing. There's no routine or rhythm or schedule to your life. So it's really important to try and keep some kind of idea of routine, schedule, rhythm, that kind of stuff. I find it really important just to track my cycle on an app. This app does it all for you. You just have to basically input your details, like when you start your period, all that kind of stuff. It basically does it all for you, and it just lets me know when my period is due the next month. Not only does this app track your period, but it also has things like you can input what exercise you've done that day and how you were feeling that day. Were you stressed? Were you tired? Were you happy? Were you feeling really bloated? For me, you know, someone who's intolerant to pretty much everything, and for me it's so important to just keep track of my well-being and my health, and this app literally lets me kind of keep a good eye on everything, and I can just look back. If I was feeling really crappy for a week, I can see, wow, I've been really tired the whole week. Why is that? You know, what did I do differently? Did I eat something really bad? Did I not get enough sleep? You can also track how many hours sleep you get a night. It just basically helps me keep in rhythm and keep track of my lifestyle so that I don't fall off track and, you know, start feeling really ill and not really knowing how long I've been ill for, that kind of stuff. So for me, it's just a really good all-rounded app for well-being and health when you're traveling. So the next app on the list is Meetup. Now this is probably an app that you've all heard of before. I just think it's really good to have this app on your phone. It's a really good way to get involved with things. We went to a few meetups in Budapest, which was really fun because it was in a ruin bar. We got to meet people. I got to chat to some medical students studying in Budapest University. Oh gosh, I've got a cat coming. Hello. You decided to join me for my video? Yeah. Just got a cat joining me for my video. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think Meetup is such a good app to have on your phone when you're traveling. It just gives you the chance to find out what's going on, what kind of events are happening. It gives you a chance to meet with some locals or some expats. I mean, even things like if you want to go to a yoga class, language exchange. I think it's a great way to stay social while you're traveling. Yeah, I highly recommend Meetup. It's a really good app. And the last app I'm going to talk about is a very obvious one, but for me it's just been invaluable, and it is Google Translate. Don't think I need to go into much detail, but Google Translate is just so useful, especially if you are like me and have lots of food intolerances. You can find out easily what's in what you're eating or what's on the menu or whatever, and you can figure out what you can or can't eat. It's just so great in lots of situations when you're traveling and you don't know the language, so Google Translate is really good. So yeah, that's pretty much all the apps that I'm going to list for you today. There are loads of apps that I find useful, but I obviously couldn't list all of them. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful to you and that you have found some new apps that you can use while travelling. Leave a comment below and let me know what is your favourite travel app and what travel app has been the most helpful to you while you've been on the road and travelling. If you haven't already, definitely check out Mackenzie's channel. It's linked down below. It'll be linked at the end of this video. Subscribe to her, watch her videos. She has tons of good apps that I'd never heard of before, so I'm sure that they will be of use to you as well. So thank you so much for watching, and please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Share it with people that you think might benefit from these apps and this information, and subscribe if you haven't already to follow the journey of travelling and working online as an English teacher and house sitting, taking care of cute animals like the cat that is right next to me, and for more collaborations. I'm going to be doing another collab with Mackenzie soon, so we'll look out for that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.